All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to next week's meal planner overview video. And I'm excited about this week's menu planner for a couple of reasons. I got some new ingredients that I'm introducing to you guys, and it's featuring one of your own member requests for a healthy General Tso's cauliflower. I did chicken and cauliflower with it this week. Everybody has been with me for a couple of weeks at least now, if not a couple months or years. So I'm going to try to cruise through the menu planner a little bit quicker this week and highlight what we got going on. We got an avocado, cottage cheese, and egg on toast, a super protein-rich breakfast, quick and easy. Berry and mango kefir smoothie. And so that's a new item I'm introducing to you this week is the kefir. Tuna and artichoke salad sandwich, and then a couple of dinners here that we'll jump through individually. So to take a look at our shopping list for next week, the fruits are a little barren on this part, but we do have some frozen berries to get our colorful antioxidants and phytonutrients in there. But we got some avocado, which I almost always have, and some lemon. As you can tell, these are items that are almost on every single week's meal planner, so I buy them in bulk. Nuts, spices, not so many nuts here, but we do have Cajun, some dried parsley. I also have fresh parsley on here, but to me, that's the fresh parsley is really a optional item. If you just use dried parsley in both recipes, that's fine. Garlic powder, hemp seeds are a great plant-based protein source as well as omega-3s. So hemp seeds, chia seeds, and flax are things that I always keep in rotation and I put in my weekly meal planners. So those are also items you can get in a little bit more bulk. Sea salt, taco seasoning, some frozen berries. Go with mixed berries, go with blueberries, go with what you like, but to get some colorful ones. Frozen corn, frozen mango. As we jump over to the vegetable section, I always want to remind you, you got to make the healthy choice, the convenient choice. So if buying frozen vegetables is more convenient for you than fresh, then go that route, okay? They still have all of the health benefits as long as we're not going to microwave them in the bag, as I mentioned during our detox cleanse. All right, so we got broccoli, cauliflower, cherry tomatoes, garlic, ginger, as I will put in a meal planner or a video for the General Tso's chicken. The minced ginger in a tube is a great convenient route to go there, as well as the minced garlic in a jar. Green beans, again, you could get frozen if you'd like. Mushrooms, I always love incorporating some mushrooms. Go with whatever you like. If it's the pre-sliced ones, if it's shiitakes, if it's a mix, oyster, I love them all. Bell pepper and some zucchini. We got a little bit of cheddar cheese. I'm going to encourage you to go with grass-fed or an aged cheddar cheese. Go with something nice. We don't eat too much cheese. So to me, I always try to get something nice and rich and super full of flavor when I do get it, not the commercial craft shredded cheese in a bag. Some chicken breast, some chicken sausage. I like to go for the Nature's Promise. They're pretty affordable, quick and easy. Chicken thighs, cod, some ground beef, a little bit of Parmesan, kind of an optional item, but you can go for it. Some shrimp, and then sourdough bread. So I encourage you to go with more of the artisan, kind of rustic sourdough bread. As opposed to kind of like the commercial ones in a bag there. So brown rice, chicken broth, gluten-free breadcrumbs, pickled jalapeno, some refried beans, a can of tuna, artichoke hearts, which you can also get in a can, extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar. It's always good to have some vinegars around. They're all healthy, not just apple cider vinegar. All the vinegars bring health benefits with them. Tamari, as usual, you could go with soy sauce. You could go with coconut aminos. They all serve the same purpose. Cottage cheese, egg, and some plain coconut kefir yogurt. So coconut kefir is what is kind of the new thing I'm introducing you to, and I'll jump into that next. But first, let's hit our first breakfast. So as I mentioned, I don't eat a lot of bread. I don't eat a lot of processed carbohydrates, and I don't eat a lot of gluten. However, I will introduce them periodically on our meal planners. And if I do eat bread, I prefer sourdough bread. I have a whole blog article on sourdough bread and the health benefits of what makes it healthier than a traditional yeast-risen bread. So going for a traditional sourdough is key here. And not only that, it's going to be more flavorful. So jump on that. Grab some hard-boiled eggs. As we look back at our shopping list here, I have eggs. Go for hard-boiled eggs this week. And that'll make this such a 5-minute breakfast, guys. 5-minute breakfast, full of flavor, full of protein, full of healthy fats, everything you want. Got some probiotics in there too. A very probiotic rich menu planner this week. Highly encourage you to go for that one. Here's the coconut kefir smoothie. Kefir is kind of like a mix between a yogurt and a milk. It's a fermented dairy product. And so it's bringing you probiotics. It's also going to bring you a little bit of tangy flavor. So full of flavor. And then we mix it with some berries, a little bit of honey and mango and hemp seeds. And this is a fantastic breakfast or snack, whichever route you want to go with it. I got it for a breakfast this week. For the Monday lunch, you can use leftovers. I always throw something quick and easy on for the Monday lunch since I don't have leftovers from like a Sunday night meal on there. This one I'm featuring again. In here it says, on this recipe it says whole grain bread, but I took that off the shopping list. So use sourdough on this one. This one also uses sourdough here. And this is where the parsley was fresh. It'll add a little bit of flavor, but if you have dried, that's fine. Tuna, healthy omega-3 fats. Artichoke hearts are a special kind of healthy to feed your microbiome. So I like to incorporate those periodically into my meal planners. Plus, I think they taste great. So I highly encourage you to try that one too if you're looking for a quick and easy lunch. One pan mushroom and green beans with seared chicken. This one I don't have any complex carbohydrates with on day one there. Since we're eating a couple of bread products, I went a little lighter on the processed carbs or any carbs for dinner. But we do have a little thing called arrowroot powder here, which is basically a healthier version of cornstarch. So if you dodge in the arrowroot powder and you already have cornstarch, you can go with that. But I encourage you to get it because I'm using it in 2 different recipes. And anybody that made the healthy version of the Alfredo from a couple weeks ago in our Detox and Cleanse Masterclass, you probably still have the arrowroot powder. I mentioned that one previously. A quick and easy version of our taco beef bowl. Just a little bit of a different style here. Rather than over rice, we're serving it over refried beans for Tuesday dinner. Wednesday, we got the General Tso's chicken and cauliflower. Give this one a shot, guys. If you like it spicy, add a little spice in there, a little chili garlic sauce or chili flakes. I kept it on the lighter side of sweet because usually General Tso's chicken is, 1, it's deep fried usually, and so we skip that part to make it healthy. 2, it's usually full of sugar. So I went a little lighter on the sweet side, and using honey is a healthier version than just using plain table sugar. So that helps increase the nutritional value. If you like it just a little sweeter, you can add a little bit extra. No big deal. Serve it with a little brown rice. Good to go. Parmesan crusted cod and veggies. This is where we're going to use the gluten-free breadcrumbs. If you don't have them, it's not the end of the world, but give this guy a shot. Another lower carb meal for dinner there. The one pan Cajun chicken, shrimp and sausage here. Sorry, not chicken. It's a chicken sausage and shrimp. Again, I like to go with a raw, get an uncured chicken sausage. So you will have to make sure that gets cooked all the way. Again, I mentioned the Nature's Promise product. So try to get one that's raw and uncured. Is going to be a much healthier version. Sausage can be a tasty part of your meal planner. Chicken sausage is going to be a lower calorie option than your traditional pork sausage. Again, a very flavorful dish. Going to serve it over a little brown rice. And that rounds out our meal planner here, most of them being 30-minute meals. Actually, I think we hit the mark on every meal this week being under 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoy. Hit me with some pictures in the community. Happy eating and take care, guys.